Hey, it's Tom from Pack Hacker, and in this video we are taking a detailed look at the Roost Laptop Stand V3, which I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. So let's dive in. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about with the Roost is this case that it comes with. There's kind of a nylon ripstop, and I want to bring it up because it's a little bit like slippery. So it's really easy to put inside of travel bags, and with it off, you just take this bungee off. It's a little bit harder to like stuff inside of bags, just takes a little more effort. Not a big deal, it's just something I've noticed while using it. Yeah, so this is the version 3. I'm actually gonna pull out version 2 here so we can just quick get a look at the differences between the sizes. So version 2 appears like it's a little bit larger in terms of width, but height, or in terms of, I guess this is height, but in terms of width, version 3 is a little bit more narrow than version 2. And one of the biggest changes with the 2 is that you can have more height adjustments. So there's 7 total levels of height adjustment with it, which is interesting. And then I love, it actually comes with this little like guide with the packaging. And it's kind of like a set it and forget it. If you're gonna be the only one using this, you know, whether you're taking it with you traveling or you're just using it at home, you know, you're gonna be the only one using it. So for me at 6'2", it's a little bit short, but 6'2", 6'0" and above is a 7. So that's what I have it set to now. And then really to open it up, you just pinch it on the sides here, and then you just kind of pull it open. And I think that's a little bit better than the V2 as well. V2 is a little more clunky, takes a little bit more. There's a bit of like lag there. Not the biggest deal, but again, like I just think there have been some improvements with V3. Another little detail that I noticed while using this thing that I really, really like is that if you unlock these and you can slide these up and down. But if you forget to lock them, it'll actually use the pressure of the laptop and the top of this stand to press it into place and lock it down. Ooh, that was on 6. But there we go. If I'm gonna hold it up to the camera for you, bam, there you go. It locks it down into place. Now, normally you just have these unlocked and then you can push the tab down whenever you're done. But if you forget to do that, the thing isn't gonna collapse and it's just going to lock into place for you, which is super cool. Little detail, love little details like that. And then I think another thing too between V2 and V3 is just like how it's designed. Like this part right here, I also really like for some reason. It's interesting to look at. It just sort of rotates as it comes out. Whereas on the version 2, it's like static right here. So you just kind of pull that open. Obviously version 2 as well, you kind of have these triggers and that allows you to raise or lower the stand. All right, let's get on to the fun part. I just want to show you the difference in height that these offer too. So I've got the Roost V3 just completely maxed out, and then the V2 is maxed out as well. So I've got my 16-inch MacBook Pro here. I'm just gonna put this down, and you can just compare the heights of it. So here's the height of this one, goes up pretty high, and if I'm going to move it down to the 2, you can see just how different that height is between both of them, which I think is cool. And then I also want to just talk about how this goes into the stand, how the laptop goes into the stand and how like clean of a connection it is. So you have these like rotating kind of like horseshoe pieces down here at the bottom and like a rubbery tab here. And this thing is way more secure than you'd think. So as I put in the laptop and push it down, this kind of rotates. It rotates the horseshoe and then sets it on those back 2 little pieces back there. And it seems like it wouldn't be that secure, but it actually is. So I can actually tilt this. I'm just gonna put my hand out. I can actually tilt this quite a bit. And let me just show you how that looks and how like, you know, straight up and down the monitor is too. But I can actually just like tilt this quite a bit, even pretty far, and it stays secure. So same with V2, V3 is the same. Like even if you're gonna be bumping this thing like in the coffee shop or just at home, it does have some security, even though your laptop is so far up and this thing is so lightweight and it's kind of precarious. But it looks like it's precarious, but it's actually more stable than you'd think. So I love all the consideration that the designers put into this, and it just works really well. I've used V2 for like 2 years. V3 is awesome too. So there you have it, Roost Laptop Stand V3. Thank you for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. See you in the next video.